Hi everybody, it's Victoria here. Welcome to the beginning of a weekend reading vlog. Just like every weekend during quarantine, we're not going anywhere, and we will just be reading is the goal. So we'll see how much reading we can get done. And I say we because guess who has a book open right now? Oh my goodness. And not only is it a book, it is the second book in the Scythe trilogy. He has already read the first book. He finished it in like 2 days. Didn't you? He's already on Thunderhead, so we're excited for him. In contrast, I've barely read anything in the last few days, and so my job this weekend is to catch up to this guy.
Catch up.
And read. So I'll tell you what I'm planning on reading. I'm planning on reading Mistborn, and I'm buddy reading this with Rainy Day Reads, and we need to finish part 1 by, I believe, Sunday, so we can talk about it. So that is my priority number 1. And then if I finish that, I'm actually going to pick up a second book and start Anne of Windy Poplars, and I'm very excited about this one. I don't know why, but every time I've picked up my book, I've actually either like read for a moment and then put it down and picked up my phone instead, or fell asleep. Last night I read 1 chapter and fell asleep. So I'm not making fast progress at all. So today I have a staff meeting, a virtual staff meeting at 1:30. And then after that, I think I'm gonna sit down with Julio and read, because he's just killing it. He's killing the reading game, and I'm a little bit embarrassed. So I wanted to ask Julio real quick, how did you like Scythe?
It's not bad. The first book, I really like this story. I think it's very interesting and original as well. I'm still trying to formulate all of my thoughts about it. I think the genre being young adult, I didn't really know it was a young adult book, so that's part of just not me knowing what I was going to read. So that was a little bit of a surprise. I was expecting, just from what Victoria was sharing of the content of this story, I thought it was going to be a little bit more adult content and graphic, kind of like a Quentin Tarantino sort of film, which are the kind of movies I like to watch. So I guess that's what I was expecting, but regardless, I'll think about what I really want to say about it, and then I'm hoping that Thunderhead might be a little more towards what I expected the first one to be.
So it wasn't bloody enough for him, basically. I'm excited for him to read Thunderhead because I think Thunderhead's even better than the first book. So I think you'll really like Thunderhead. I hope. Hi, everybody. Oh, Rosie, really. As soon as I started filming. Thank you. A little cat butt for you. I did my staff meeting. It is an interesting experience to have a virtual staff meeting. And now I am done with work things today. I sat down and read a little bit more of Mistborn, and then Julio had a conference call of his own, and then I got really distracted because I can't focus on reading when there's noise in the house and talking. My brain just can't focus on 2 things at once. So I thought I would update you real quick on how far I am in Mistborn. Rosie! I am only 75 pages into Mistborn right now. I do really like it so far. I'm finally starting to see what the whole point of the book is, what the adventure is going to be, and I had a little bit of a hard time just initially focusing on the world and trying to learn the new things and get my bearings in the new world, and now I'm starting to feel more like I have a grip on it. I'm hoping to get to I'm hoping to get at least like 100 more pages read, maybe by tonight or today, but we'll see. Because I do also, because I do also want to practice a little bit, and then I think we're going to watch Onward, because now it's on Disney Plus, and I think we're going to cook some dinner and watch Onward tonight. So we'll see how far I can get further in this. Julio has read a little chunk of Thunderhead. I haven't asked him what he thinks about it yet, but yeah, I'm liking Mistborn. I think it's definitely got a really fast-paced style to it, which is something that I need right now because my focus is just all over the place. So I'm liking that now that I am getting my bearings for like the terminology and what the world is and what the situation is. So yeah, about 75 pages in. Not very far, but hoping to maybe get to the end of part 1 by tonight, the end of tonight. We'll see, but that's kind of the plan. And yeah, just enjoying a nice quarantine Friday. Look at this cat. She just needs all the attention right now. She's just laying on the table with all the garbage that's on the table. All the things that are on the table, but she is just attention starved. Clearly. Isn't that right? Well, we went out to the grocery store, and I went. It really would have only taken one of us, but you know, any chance to get out of the house at this point, I will take. So we went to the grocery store, got some chorizo, we got some Mexican sweetbread, which is the most important part of any balanced diet, and we got chips and tortillas, and we're gonna make some chorizo and chicharrones, and we're gonna make a yummy Mexican food meal. What are we making? Tacos?
No, we have some refried beans.
Oh, we have beans at home.
Flour tortillas, chicharrones, chorizo, chips, salsa,
and sweetbread, and beer,
and
which is also the most important part. So we're just gonna have a lovely dinner and watch Onward, and I'm very excited to see Onward. I hope it's actually on Disney Plus.
It is.
Okay. It's very exciting. And Julio read a good chunk of Thunderhead, and I read a little bit more of Mistborn. What do you think of Thunderhead so far?
It's still setting up the story, but I like where it's going.
He likes where it's going. So there you go. But we're ready for a meal now. So I am starving. It is starting to smell heavenly in here. There's nothing like the smell of cooking chorizo. Nothing like it.
There's also nothing like eating it.
Nothing like eating it. Definitely, the smell doesn't quite compare to eating it, but it's still pretty good. Dinner is ready. We've got our tortillas, chorizo, beans, got our beers, and we've got Disney Plus queued up. Gonna watch Onward. Very excited. Very, very excited. So we finished Onward, and it was really great. It had all the Pixar goodness that you would expect from a Pixar movie. Mm-hmm. It was funny. Chris Pratt was amazing, and I love that his character was very much like Chris Pratt's actual personality. I appreciated that very much. And it was just a really good story about like family and like dealing with grief. And yeah, Pixar knows how to be deep and also lighthearted at the same time, which is just really great. So Onward, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Would you say?
I would say so.
It was really good. Do you have any other thoughts?
No, I'm just contemplating.
Just processing.
Mm-hmm. Processing the chorizo I ate.
Yes, and our dinner was delicious too. And I ate way too many of these. I almost finished the box of the Mike and Ike's Easter edition. They were a birthday present from my sister-in-law, and I just ate nearly all of them. So I need to go work out tomorrow morning, obviously. But
before that, we've got pan dulce though.
We also have pan dulce to eat in the morning. I'll work out, then eat pan dulce. How about that? That makes sense, right? But I think now we're just going to wind down for the evening and maybe read some more. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of the night. Apparently there was an earthquake around 7 p.m., but we didn't feel it.
We were probably driving.
We were probably at the grocery store or driving home from the grocery store, and the earthquake happened. And I feel sad because I missed the earthquake. I'm always mad when I didn't feel it. As a Californian, I need to feel the earthquakes, but oh well, we missed that one, I guess. Good morning. It is Saturday, first weekend of April, and this morning I am just putting together a bagel for Julio, and then I'm gonna have probably some Mexican sweetbread for breakfast, which is all the nutrition, but plans for the day include, at least at some point today, going on a nice long walk, because starting tomorrow it's gonna be raining pretty much the rest of the week, and so today is kind of the last opportunity to get out of the house and exercise a little bit. So I do want to do a nice long walk, maybe jog, probably just walk though, and get out of the house a little bit, probably take the dogs for a walk, and read. I want to finish part 1 of Mistborn and then start Anna Winley Poplars today. This morning I was doing a lot of research because I'm very conflicted. I would be interested to get a Nintendo Switch. I have a Nintendo 3DS that has been collecting dust for a little while. I kind of put it down and just didn't find the motivation to pick it up again. And I looked into the Switches anyways this morning because I just see everybody playing Animal Crossing and I kind of feel left out and I want to play too. But I don't have a Switch, and I looked online and they're all sold out right now because of everyone buying them during quarantine. So I can't buy one now anyways until they have more stock. But I think I might do a little experiment and maybe play my 3DS today a little bit and then decide if I like it enough to upgrade to the Switch, if I think I might use it. Because just like most of the world, I find myself with a lot more time than I ever had before. So it might be a fun time to get back into video games. I don't know. I feel very conflicted about video games because I do feel like it takes away from my reading time and also from like practicing musical instruments, which is a big priority of mine. And I don't know. I have a hard time convincing myself to get into video games again just for the sake of fun because they are a big time commitment, or they can be, and they can be very addicting. So I might play my 3DS today a little bit and then decide if I enjoy the experience. But in the meantime, apparently Nintendo Switch is sold out, so you cannot buy one, FYI. Well, I finally finished part 1 of Mistborn, and I'm really, really liking it a lot. And I was telling Julio, I think he would like it too whenever he's done reading the Scythe trilogy. But if you don't know about Mistborn, it is basically a heist story, which I didn't realize going in, and that's kind of exciting. I've enjoyed the characters that we've met, like a very motley crew of personalities, and they all bring something different to the table, and they're all going to have a different role in this heist and the overthrow of the Empire. And so I'm excited to see, how they interact with each other. So far, that's a lot of fun, getting to know the different personalities. The main character, well, I guess there's 2 main characters. Kelsier, who is the kind of mysterious rogue guy who is very powerful and very influential, and a lot of people seem to trust him and will work for him. And then there's Vin, who is a street urchin of sorts, and she doesn't trust anyone, and then Kelsier takes her under his wing to be part of this heist, and she's a Mistborn as well as he is. And so if you're a Mistborn, from what I understand, it means you can burn different metals that are inside of you, and the different metals accomplish different things. So one metal will give you heightened senses, and then if you burn another metal, it will give you the ability to push or pull against different metal objects to move yourself across space. And I think the magic system is just really interesting. I can see why a lot of people have raved about the magic system because it is very unique, and I don't think I've ever read any magic system quite like it. And so I'm really enjoying this so far. It's written in a very accessible, like fast-paced action adventure way, which is something that I'm now coming to expect with Brandon Sanderson after reading Skyward, because Skyward is very much the same kind of feel and format. And so I'm really enjoying this very much. And Julio says he's enjoying Thunderhead very much. What page are you on of Thunderhead?
170.
He's on page 170. So he's plugging along. He's reading. We're just having a nice, relaxing reading day. It's about 1:30. Probably eat some lunch here soon. And then next, I think I'm going to start Anne of Windy Poplars. Will be my next book now that I got to the end of part 1 on Mistborn. So I'm looking forward to getting back into the Anne of Green Gables series because I love it so much. Lunch is served. It's basically a repeat of dinner last night. Chorizo, eggs this time, and beans, and some chips, and just gonna chow down and then watch some Mad Men. We're on season 3, Mad Men? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Early in season 3, so we've been chugging away at Mad Men. We decided to take a walk. There's people at the park playing soccer and social distancing like good citizens. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to rain the rest of the week, so we figured we would take advantage and take a little stroll. We have a random duck sighting. They've come right up to us, and they're just saying hi. I've never seen ducks around our neighborhood before.
Oh, it's probably just poop.
So it's about 7 p.m. now. We came home from our walk and read for an hour or two, and then Julio went to go get us some dinner. He went to go pick up some Jack in the Box because we were just eating all the healthy food this weekend. So excited for that. I got 30 pages into Anne. I keep forgetting the title, Anne of Windy Poplars. And of course I'm loving it, obviously. It's very sweet already. The whole thing so far is Anne writing letters to Gilbert. So it's told in an epistolary format. I'm not sure if it continues in that format. Maybe I'll flip through and find out. But it looks like, at least the first half of it or so, it's mostly Anne writing letters to Gilbert. So in this one, we have Anne in a boarding house, and she is a principal of a high school. And so she's having a little bit of a hard time just fitting into her new surroundings. But as always, she's still the same Anne. She's still whimsical and kind-hearted and just wants to do well in the world and wants to do right by everyone. And I'm just, of course, loving it as always. It is just the sweetest series I have maybe ever read. And I'm sure it's going to continue to be wonderful. I don't know if we'll watch a movie or something while we eat dinner tonight once Julio gets home. We probably will. We usually do. But yeah, it's been a lovely day. I haven't played any 3DS video games, which I meant to do. But that's okay because I've had a lovely time reading and enjoying the sunny day while we still can, because it won't be sunny tomorrow. It's supposed to start raining, I think, tomorrow or Monday. I can't remember. But it's been a very nice day. Julio's back. He brought delicious Jack in the Box milkshakes and food, but more importantly, milkshakes. And what page are you on of Thunderhead now? Give us an update.
Page exactly 200.
Page 200. Right on. Are you liking it?
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. What do you like about it?
I really like, Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I do like the artificial intelligence of the
Thunderhead.
Yeah, the Thunderhead. I like how incredibly intelligent it is. Very complicated character. Well, what gives humans a sense of humanity is what the Thunderhead allows it to do. Right? I find that a really interesting concept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Thunderhead's. I think book 2 is one of my favorites because it really builds the Thunderhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna eat some dinner and watch something. Tiger King.
Sure.
I've been a little bit obsessed with learning about Tiger King. We've only watched 2 episodes so far, but we'll see.
It's been 2 episodes too many for me.
Julio is not as into Tiger King as I am, so maybe we'll watch something else.
He's about ready to die. He's about ready to go to the cross. He's about ready to suffer. But look what happens as he was drawing near, already on the way down the Mount of Olives. The whole multitude of disciples began to rejoice and praise God with a loud voice for all the mighty works he had seen, saying, "Blessed is the King."
Good morning. It is Sunday, April, who knows what day it is? 5th. And we watched our online church service this morning. My plan for today is to do some things that I didn't do yesterday. One of those being to practice. I have a piece that I want to post on my Facebook page that I said I would post. And so I was supposed to do that yesterday, so I'm going to do that today. And then also, I would like to play my 3DS a little bit. I looked around again today. Still no Nintendo Switches anywhere to be sold, so it makes me a little sad. But I want to play my 3DS. Maybe I'll even buy Animal Crossing for the 3DS, because I don't own it. But I would like to play Animal Crossing. And then Julio is going to finish Thunderhead, I think, is his goal. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. But I also need to find out how much reading I need to do before my first class even begins next week.
He also has some classwork maybe he has to do before his quarter starts tomorrow.
Why must they do this to us?
Why must they do this to him? So maybe he'll read a little more of Thunderhead if he gets his schoolwork done. And yeah, so once I do those things, I'll read later eventually today, I'm sure. I'm about 50 pages in to Anne of Windy Poplars, and I really love it already. And so I'm excited to get further into that book too. So that's kind of the Sunday plan. Just wanted to pop in and give you a reading update. I have been reading Anne of Windy Poplars throughout the day, and I just finished the first section called The First Year. The book is split into 3 parts for the 3 years that Anne stays at Windy Poplars and is a principal at this high school. So the first year is actually like halfway through the book, and then the second and third years are much shorter. So I'm about halfway and really enjoying this. I was actually not sure how much I would enjoy this book because Anne is not in Green Gables. She is entirely away for the entire book. But I'm actually really liking it because Ella Montgomery does a really good job of writing like small town drama, and that's basically what this book has been so far, has just been Anne learning about the people in the town and all their different drama and how they involve Anne and how they kind of confide in Anne and how they get to know her and bring her into their drama. So it's been quite fun and comical. There's been some like really downright mean characters, but Anne is always so like nice and gracious to them and like helps them even though they're kind of mean and nasty to her. So it's going really well. I really like it. I could probably finish it today, but I want to take my time with it because I could just like blow through it today, but I feel like I want to savor it. And what's the hurry? There's no rush, right? I'm not going anywhere, so I'm going to put it down for right now because I need to go do some laundry. But that's how Anne of Windy Poplars is going. I'm really liking it. More than I thought I would, actually. I am putting away my book so that I can play some Zelda on my 3DS. Because every once in a while I get the video game bug. And this 3DS has been collecting dust for a while. And I'm ready to dust it off and play it. So I never finished this Zelda game. I'm going to probably start it over because I don't remember how to play. And just kind of stay cozy and let Julio read his book, so I will stop disturbing him. Had some sustenance, had some cocoa. Gonna sit down and read some more Anne of Windy Poplars. Dusty's very interested. He thinks maybe I still have some food for him, but I don't, and he'll figure that out soon. But Julio is going to try to finish as much as he can of Thunderhead. We'll see if we can do it. We have about 2 hours to midnight. Can we do it in a weekend? We'll see. It might be a late reading night. Julio shrugs. He thinks he can do this. I believe in him. I don't believe in myself. I don't think I'm going to finish Anne, but that's okay. I didn't really expect it to because I'm a slow reader. Isn't that right, Dusty? He's not interested. He would like to know if you have any food for him. No, you can't have any hot cocoa. No. He finished Scythe and Thunderhead in the same week, and I am floored. I'm just floored. From not reading anything to reading 2 books in a week.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Hi everybody. I'm wrapping up this vlog. It's now Monday morning on April 6th, and the rain has set in, the gloom has set in, the Monday has set in. But I just wanted to update you that last night I got up to page 146 of Anne of Windy Poplars, and so I'm a little bit into the second year, Anne's second year in the, I forget the city or the province, but it's her second year as a principal. And then Mistborn, I got to page 168. I got to the end of part 1. And so that's all the reading I did. Julio finished Thunderhead last night, and he said he really liked it. And he stayed up till like 3 in the morning to finish it. So, wow, I think he was the real reading champion this weekend. But I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. I hope you're staying safe and healthy and sane at this weird time in history. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.